Welcome to 2022 and welcome to the first weekly Forexcast of the fiscal year. All right, so we're going to get right into it. I see some good opportunities. Looking forward to having a great 2022. All right, and let's see what we got on the radar. Let's start with the fundamentals. So we have, this is NFP week. All right, it's the first, full week of January, all right, of 2022. So when we look at this Wednesday, we have non-farm employment change, FOMC meeting minutes. All right, so we should have some volume coming in, especially into the dollar, some of these majors. All right, and then Friday, of course, is NFP. All right, we have non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, and then for the Canadian dollar, unemployment rate and employment change. And the CAD ended real strong, bullish to end last week. All right. So we're going to see how we can capitalize in it coming into this week. All right. So starting with the dollar index. All right. With the dollar index, the dollar has been bullish. All right. If we look down on this from this day, this weekly level, strong demand level, prices continue this bullish pressure to the upside. All right. Now slightly approaching this level of supply or resistance structure. We had a sell-off in the past, but as for now, the dollar is still bullish. So if we look at this on a daily, price is basically in this range, all right? We're in this range of price, this bite size of price here. All right, so another way to look at this, if we go down to the 4-hour chart, you can see it's setting up for either a break or a bounce, all right? Because I will look at this level right here, all right? This is going to be an interesting level to see how price react here with NFP and the fundamentals coming in. So we could expect some volume to be driven in. All right. So at this level, if price holds support, all right, if it holds support here, we could get another bullish wave up. Okay. But if price was to break this level of support, then we could see price continue to roll over. And looking at this on the daily, I wouldn't be surprised that happened because this could be a corrective move. Yeah, the daily, the weekly prices in the uptrend or is bullish, at least in this bite size of price, are forming these higher highs and higher lows. But if it breaks that support, then it could be giving us a corrective move down. All right. And if we look at the daily or even the weekly, that would be perfect to come right back down to this level of structure, which is a major level of support as well. All right. So that's what I would look for. All right. Then, of course, if price was to continue to drive through that level of support, then you can expect potential bigger moves down. All right. So with this, it's either a break or bounce. We'll see how price develops. Gold. Let's look at gold. So gold, if you're in the Discord, the private Discord, if you're in the Telegram, the free Telegram, where I send weekly updates, price projections, where you can see time and time again, more often than not, things play out how it's projected. So even if you're not in a private Discord and you're a trader, you can still take advantage of the free projections that are given. All right. You just got to enter based off of your own, confidence. So when you see here on the daily, when you look at gold, or on the 4-hour, actually, all right, if we look at this on the 4-hour, you can see, looking to the left, all right, at this level of demand, price had a pump up, all right, a pump above. So that was the impulsive wave. And you could really look at this as like an Elliott wave. If you're familiar with Elliott, you could look at it like this. Here, price had an impulsive wave up from this level of demand, breaking above this resistance structure and lower high structures to the left. All right. Impulsive wave up, corrective wave, the 2-wave down. Now, on this corrective wave, it formed a retest. It was retesting structure, right? Previous structure. Formed support, higher low, continued up, the higher high on the 3rd wave. 4th wave was the correction. Found support here again, forming a higher low. And then this was what I was, sorry, that actually came out wrong. It's like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this is actually what I was anticipating. I sent this out when price was at this level of support. So you can look at this. How would you have traded this? How would you have taken this entry? We can rewind this real quick, and we can actually see how. You see this, rewind this a bit. Boom. All right. So this is when price actually came to this level. Okay. If we press play, you can see how it developed. Oh, not that quick. Let's try that again real quick. All right. Let me see. Wine. Let me lower the speed down some. All right. So you see this. All right, right there, you see on the 4-hour right there, price formed a bullish engulfing. All right, so that really could have been an entry right there. You know, if you were entering on the 4-hour, that would have been the entry, stop loss below. All right, and you could have had this pushed up. You could have had this, your take profit go to the upside, all right, forming a higher high or to retest the structure. So that's one way, all right? Or let's say if you was looking at this on the 2-hour, you see on the 2-hour, it also formed a bullish engulfing, holding support. That was another, you could have entered there on the 2-hour too. TP to the upside. All right. See how it looked on the 1-hour. On the 1-hour, you also got a bullish engulfing. All right. So price found support. Even if you had your stop loss below the previous higher low of structure, which is here, that could have been an opportunity too. And then you just ride this up. As long as the risk to reward is worth it, I believe it is. It was. All right. And that was a nice move to the upside. You press play. You see price kept going. Now, it gave you opportunity here on the pullback. It's going to pull back some right here. Speed it up a little bit. So this was a pullback opportunity. So you could have had a potential entry on this correction here, right? It was basically retesting the low a little bit. And then boom, you could see price continue to the upside after that. Right? Continue to the upside. Target would have been hit. So how we look at what can happen next, all right? Price is now at this level of structure. So this is an interesting level. It's an interesting level right here. We're at a level of resistance or supply. All right. So this is a level where price could very much pull away. All right. Now, for me to look for continued buys here, I would either need to look for a break above this structure. All right. Then look for a pullback, maybe a retest, and then look for that continuation up. All right. That's a way that I would look to trade this if I was looking for buys, because this is at a level where price could just give you a bearish correction. All right. So I will be careful of that. Something like this. Because if it does correct, see, I always either say look for a break above, or price could correct first, give you a pullback. And then on this correction, if it finds support, then it could be a potential continuation up, forming a higher low, possibly. So those two potential scenarios I would look for. GU. So GU, all right, it's at an interesting point as well. So here, if we look at this on the weekly, you can see price broke from this top of supply. Price had a nice sell-off, all right? Broke all the way back below this major level of supply here to the left, all right? After the break below here on the weekly, you see price form this morning star reversal right here, all right? And now price is continuing to the upside. All right, so if we look at this on a daily, price has broke above previous lower high structure, all right? If you look to the left, it's also breaking back above this major level of supply, all right? It's breaking back above that level. So now I look for potential pullback buy opportunities, because right now it's still looking like we could get another bullish move up, all right, a continued bullish move up. Okay, so with this, on these corrections, say if price could correct and give you another opportunity if it holds support and give us another bullish wave up. All right. But if this was to come down and give you a sharp sell-off, all right, then I would say look for those pullbacks and take them down. So you just got to react to what price is showing, what could potentially happen. But here, based off the daily and based off how price is moving up here, it's going to have a lot to do with what the dollar is going to do as well. But I believe we could see a correction and then another wave up to this level of structure. All right, if you look to the left, previous level of support. All right, that also became resistance here. So that would be my next target on the buy side, which is basically around 1.36. All right, so that's GU. GN. So GN. All right, I was looking for sales here. Actually, I caught some sales here, looking to the left. Nice rejection from that same level of structure, but then price pulled back up, rejected again, but now you see it had another pump breaking above that level. All right, but looking at this on a daily and even the weekly, we're at a key level of structure, a major level of structure that's a strong level of supply here, big sellers there, also big sellers there. All right, so we got multiple hits at this level. Go down to the daily. Looking at the daily, this is a level of structure to pay attention to, major sellers. So this is a point where it's either a break or bounce. So for me, I would need to see a shift in price. All right. I would need to see a shift in price. So I'll take my trend line. All right. Counter trend. And I would need to see if we get a sharp breakdown of this. All right. If we get like an impulsive, strong rejection, some type of price action, candle rejection, or some type of strong impulsive rejection from this level, then I would look to sell the pullback opportunities and look to catch that move down. But if this just continues up from this level, the break above here, then I would say look for the pullbacks or retest and then catch the continuation up to this next supply level, roughly around 1.2 or 2.0 even, roughly around this supply level. All right. So with this, you just keep it simple. Just wait for either impulsive break, corrective move, continuation. All right. Or a break above structure, pullback, corrective move for a continuation up. That's how I would trade GBP and ZD. All right. GJ. So looking at GJ also kept pumping. JPY weakness has been in heavy across the board. So that's what we experienced. You see price basically just respected the same level of demand here on GJ and just continued to pump. All right. So now looking where we at on the daily, kept pumping. Now we reached 156. I sent this out as well. I was anticipating 156 to get hit. We hit that. But this is now a supply. It's a major level of sellers here. All right. So this is the level where we could see some type of corrective move happen. Look to the left. There was major supply here on the retest. There was major supply here. All right. So this is a key level of value. Look way back here in January 2018, February 2018, it was a major top here as well. All right. So this is a potential level that will be respected. And this could be setting up for a potential head and shoulders here, possibly. All right, possibly. Okay. But at this level, I would look for some type of price action, rejection or something for a drop if you were looking for the sell side. But it's just so bullish that, this could continue to the upside. All right, because price is still in the uptrend on the 4-hour to daily, based off of these price actions from this low, right? Creating these higher highs and higher lows. All right. So price could just correct and could just retest this previous level of resistance and then give you another move up. That's possible. All right. But for the most part, if you're somebody that like the counter trend trade or catch a counter move, if you see some type of rejection from here, strong rejection, then if it gives you like a pullback or retest of that could be an opportunity to catch that move down. All right. So if I was selling that, I would like to see a strong rejection, or if I see the right type of candlestick price action, I like, something like over here, like, some type of shooting star or bearish rejection, strong bearish close rejection from this level, then look to catch a move down. All right. Because on the daily, it could come there or it can still come all the way even lower back down here, possibly before more buys. All right. So I would say potential bearish correction before any more buys to the upside. All right, let's look at EURUSD JPY. All right, so let me see on EJ. So EJ continued bullish as well. All right, if we look at this on a daily, price continued bullish, breaking above this level of resistance here with this bullish engulfing here on the daily. So it's just real simple on this one. I'm looking for continued buys. I would like to see a retest of this structure. If you get a retest, that could be an opportunity to catch that continued move up. All right, so if we look at this on a 4-hour, higher highs and higher lows, right? Higher highs, low, higher high, higher low, right? And formed a higher low. I'm a higher high in structure here. So here on this corrective pullback, retest, find support. If you find support here, look for that continued move up. All right. And on the hold of support there, I would expect price to push back up towards anywhere from 132 to 132.7. All right. Which could potentially be like something like this if price come down to retest. All right. And then it hold stop loss above there or below the higher low. All right. And anywhere from 140, right, to 200 plus pips. All right. That's a potential that we have coming up there. And that's on EJ. AU. So looking at all USD has been bullish from that level of demand. So when price reached this major level of demand, looking to the left, and that's why understanding price action, especially on a higher time frame premise, is easy to be able to spot where price is likely to go when you read price action based off of these structure levels. Because looking to the left, this was a major level of demand in the past, had a big move up. In the past, there was a major level of supply. All right. So it's a strong level of supply and a strong level of demand. We have multiple hits on both sides. So price came here on a weekly. This is the weekly chart. So keep in mind, price formed a bullish engulfing here on a weekly. All right. From that level of demand, that's a sign that price is likely to head up for a long term or a swing move up. And that's why you see, yes, price might pull down some after that first, but long term, you can expect a bigger move up for a bigger swing up based off of that price action. And that's what AU was giving us. All right. So now if we go down to the daily, price is still bullish. All right. You had a pump above here. Price rejected some, found support at this level of support, right? Looking to the left. This was a level of support. So we found support here and continued up, breaking above structure. So now that price continued breaking above structure, forming a higher high. All right. Look to the left. This is also a level of support. So I'm still bullish on this. I would look for potential buys on the pullbacks or retests. So possibly a retest like this. All right. If price retests here, I would look for potential continuation from there. All right. Retest in previous structure. Or if we go down to like the 4-hour and look how price is developing here. All right. What price did is it basically retested previous structure resistance, like around here. All right. So price formed a higher high, retested, and continued up. So price could just come back down, retest that, and just hold above there. All right. And on the dips, you look for those potential continuations up. All right. So that's an opportunity as well. It can just hold there. All right. Or it could come back further, like I said, and retest this structure and then bounce for the continuation up. All right. But overall, I'm still bullish on this until it shows me otherwise. The price action is still looking bullish, but short term, you could get a corrective move before then getting that potential continuation up. So we'll have to see how, especially with it being NFP and fundamentals. Let's see if the dollar starts weak or strong, depending on the dollar does come up and hold that support and start to pump some first, then we could see AU correct with it, with the strength of the dollar before then possibly setting up for that continuation move up. All right. So that's AU. All right. All CAD. This is a trade I actually entered, and I'm still holding this over the weekend. I sent this out. All right. Before it happened, this is what I'm saying. In the free group, you could still take advantage of these trades. All right. If you have the confidence to take it, and if you see the setup, then take it. You know what I mean? Just in the private Discord is where I give the exact entries, targets, and everything. But if you look at all CAD on a daily or even on a weekly, we're clearly in the downtrend. All right, looking to the left, ever since price made this top from this supply, All right, price continue this downtrend, lower lows and lower highs, right? So now if we look at this, price broke below on a weekly. On a weekly, this was the lower low right here. This is your lower low, okay? Now, from here, all right, price broke down, lower high, continued down, found support, lower high, continued forming a lower low. Now, this was a corrective move, forming another potential lower high, all right? So this weekly candle looks strong, nice rejection, all right? So it's showing signs that we're likely going to continue to see this roll over. If you look at the daily, this is what really showed me, gave me even more confidence. On the daily, okay, I have my trend line drawn too. All right, my descending trend line from this high to 0.2 extended out. So price had a nice rejection from the trend line. All right, also had my counter trend line drawn up right here. Price also broke through that. So here on the daily, it printed this shooting star, all right, engulfing type candle. That's a good sign that price is likely to continue to roll over, because the higher the time frame, the stronger the value when you see a certain candlestick pattern, the stronger it is. So that gave me confirmation. Really understanding that the range of this pair is not that great. You could have entered on a daily. I don't really enter on a daily like that, but if you wanted to enter on a daily, boom, you could have entered there. Stop loss above, all right, above this candlestick pattern, all right, and continue to write this down. And looking to the left, right, I'm at least expecting price to reach this level of support, all right? But if it continues down from there, you could just manage your trade. This could possibly come all the way back down to this level, all right? But I'm looking for targets around here, okay? Because it's not a very volatile pair. But we can also go to the 4 hour and we can see this was basically like a double top, all right, here, all right, double top there, okay? So from there, price broke this neckline. We broke the neckline right here. All right, slightly retest right here. This was a slightly retest. So that's another entry. You could have entered. And if you look at this, you can see if we can see it more clear on the 1 hour. All right, price broke below right here, broke below structure. Look to the left. This is basically the neckline of that structure. It broke below right here. This was your retest here. All right, right there could have been your entry here on the retest. Stop loss above. All right, and you look to just take this down to the support level down here. All right, and that's your trade. So this is beautiful. It's still rolling over. If you're not in this, I would say look for a retest, look for a pullback. All right, look for some type of corrective move, maybe early in the week. If you get a corrective like bearish flag, then look to take that continuation down. I'm expecting price to stay below the retest on this pull. If it pulls back, it's likely how price structure moves is if this is already set to go and to continue move down, then it's likely that even if price does pull back, it's going to stay below this lower high retest. All right, so keep that in mind. And I also, if you look at the daily, that's basically keeping it below, staying below this daily candle. All right, so if it pulls back some, similar to what it did over here in the past, we broke down right here, pull back, basically retesting this structure. All right, and then from there it continued down. So something similar to that, some type of pullback, retest around in that level, possibly, and then continuation. All right, so if we give you that, that would be your good opportunity for entry. But overall, I'm still looking for this to continue to roll over this week. Especially, we got CAD strength. CAD is real strong right now. It's real strong, okay? Because we can even look at USD CAD. All right, and you can see this. I was actually surprised that this rolled over. It continues to roll over, all right, that early, because I sent this out. You guys can go to the free Telegram, or if you're in a private Discord, you will see this. Actually, so you can see, I sent this out right here. You go take it to my profile. You can also follow us on TradingView at the Forex Wave. You can see right here. I sent all CAD out here before it continued. USD CAD was right here. All right. I sent USD CAD right here. I was anticipating a continuation. All right. Coming into this week, I didn't expect it to just boom like that on the last day of 2021, but that's exactly what happened. All right. So if we go back to USD CAD real quick, you can see that move has completed. All right. Now, this is as simple as it gets. You can see right here, right? All right. looking to the left, price broke above this supply level right here, forming a higher high. So if it was to retest right here and hold support, then I would say look for buys, but it didn't do that. The reason why you knew that, I was confident that another sell was coming, because look to the left, right, where I had a zone drawn. This is a major level of demand right here, major level, right? So price had a break below that level. When it broke back below this level, this was like a false breakout. It broke back below this level, and then it retested it, and the structure was showing structure for downside. Because seeing a move like this, it broke below, right? Retested, continued down, retested again, continued to pull away right here. So I also pay attention to the daily highs and lows. So this was the high. After this pull down, it pulled back here. This was the 27th. Pull down, pull back again. This was the 28th or 29th. All right. So it was retesting that previous high and continued to pull away. When you start to see that, you anticipate price to hold there. All right. You expect price action to hold, and you just catch this rollover. All right. So it's either you could have entered there at the continued pull down, or you could have just waited for a pullback, because price did pull back slightly, right? Right here, it formed a lower low, basically. It broke past this low, right? So you either catch a retest or a pullback and catch that continuation, okay? So from there, you could have entered also on this pullback, right? And you could have just catch this rollover. And I was expecting it to push back into this level of support or demand, and that's where we're at now. All right, so now coming into this week, it's interesting to see what USD CAD gonna do. All right, it's either it's gonna hold support from there and bounce, all right, or if it just continues to break through here, catch the pullbacks, retest opportunities, and catch the continuation down. All right, or if it finds some type of bullish price action, then you could catch the wave up. All right. All right, and let's end this with US 30 for the NSC lovers. US 30, it's at a top. All right, we got an all-time high here, but you see prices now forming some type of price action rejection at this daily high. Okay, we have a shooting star right here. We have a shooting star right here, candle, on the daily. So it's showing signs of rejection. If we go down to the 4-hour, I caught some of this drop here, right? Price had a rejection away, a breakdown. All right, now it's pulling back. So I am anticipating this corrective move to set up for another wave down. All right. So I would look for this. This move here, this is the impulse, and I believe this is looking like it's setting up for that corrective move for that continuation down. All right. So like your bearish flag, and I would say look for a potential breakdown here. All right. And if we're looking at the daily, I would say this will at least around here, 1.36. That would be like my first target around there. 1.36, between 1.36, 1.359 or so, but 1.36. I mean, not 1.36, 36,000 basically around there. All right. Now, if you come down there and continue to break through, then come even lower. All right. So I'm gonna end you with that. Again, tap into the free Telegram if you want to get these free projections weekly. You know, who knows? I might even start throwing out a free signal every week or every other week or so. And but continue with the updates so you guys can at least see the mind behind how price action works. And you'll get to see the before and afters. You'll get to see that this stuff works. All you got to do is be patient, take your time, and actually execute what you see. All right. And if you're in a private Discord, be on the lookout for more training, more videos, more content to help you all be able to be profitable and be able to execute trades on your own as well. It's not just a signal service, but it's something where you want to learn the mind behind how to execute trades for yourself. All right. So I'll see you all on the next session, and let's have a great 2022. Let's have a great trading week. Let's start it off right.